So in this video, we're going to look at how we make photography using light trails. So the first thing that we're going to require is a willing or unwilling assistant. Once we have that, the next thing we're going to require is a small amount of illumination quite close to the person so that only that person is lit. Now if you use an artificial light, it will die off really quickly. So the next thing we need is a small lantern. Perfect. The one we've used here is a small little base unit that will gently illuminate up. The next thing, very important, is that if you're trying to paint with light, you'd be dressed all in black, so only your model is visible. Now that we're all in black, what we now need is additional two light sources. First of all, a phone light works really well. So, you can turn on our phone light, like this. Next, we want another source of illumination, ideally a different colour. So, this one here, a red light. We're going to hold the red light below the white light, and then we're going to set our time lapse, not our time, so we're going to set our very slow shutter speed on either our phone or our camera. We then want our model to strike a pose, a bit like that, and then once we set the go button, we move through with our lights, paint round our model and back off the edge of the screen. We can be as vigilant as we like with our posing or with our lights. Wiggly lights, we can form a pattern around the person, or very simple sweeping lights. And hopefully, the results you get look a bit like this. If you have around your house additional things like this poi, also do very fun effects a bit like this. For a slightly less hazardous version, you can also get a torch, tie it to a piece of string and wave the torch around for some equally very cool effects. So the app that we use to do the light trails with is called Slow Shutter. There's many others available, but within Slow Shutter you have the ability to go into mode, and then from there we can select the duration of the video capture. For all the ones that you've seen, we use 10-second shutter speed, and we selected a light trail option. If you're using either a mirrorless digital camera like this one or a DSLR, then what you need to do to achieve the same light effects, you need to go to shutter priority. So around here, A is for your aperture, S is for your shutter, M is entirely manual. You want to choose S for shutter priority. Once that's been done, you can spin your wheel, and as you see down here, you see the numbers changing to select the appropriate shutter speed. At the moment, these larger numbers, these are parts of a second. So this is 1/1000th of a second. For our light trails, we want to be down at a much slower shutter speed. So what we need to do is we need to keep scrolling down until we see a number followed by these two marks. That's now counting in seconds. And what we want to choose 10 seconds as our shutter speed. Now, what you've noticed is as I scrolled through the shutter speed, so the F numbers changed to the bottom. That happens because we've chosen shutter priority. The camera is organising the rest of it. Now what we also want to do is to make our lens more sensitive to light. So we're going to press the ISO button, which is what you used to use to select kind of film that you had. At the moment, mine's on ISO auto. For the light trails, we want the lowest possible setting of ISO. This makes your camera far more sensitive to light. So ISO 200 is what you need to use. So for all your light trails, it was an ISO 200 and a shutter speed of 10 seconds. Thank you very much, and hopefully you have some fun with the light painting, and look forward to seeing some photographs.